So let's go there. It's your boy Step Back. It's been a couple of days. I'm out in Colombia, a little vacation thing, man. I was slumping in my lag and talking about the NBA, but my heart is my heart, and I had to come back to where my heart was at, man. It is what it is. And we back talking basketball, and as crazy as it may seem, the Nets, the big four you see here, trying to reload. But I'm gonna talk about the stupidity of stupidities. I feel like Cameron today. It's just nuts what I'm seeing in this environment for the Brooklyn Nets as we look at the roster changes and the moves they're making, the depth charts. We don't get in depth, and I'm gonna tell you all the stupid moves they made this offseason. First, we're going to get into the depth chart, and then I'm going to talk about the stupidity and my anger towards the Nets, even though some may call it, no, hey, don't be angry. It's a better move, okay? So acquires new additions to the Nets. I'm going to go through it through the depth charts instead of just going through it with names, all right? Zagaris, you can see that Mark Zagaris, he was drafted second round, not sure of the pickup, not sure why he was picked up. However, he is there when you had it. I'm not going to go there yet. Let me go there. I don't care. Mike James, incredible postseason for the Nets. Incredible little bit of the season for the Nets. And they do this boy like this. Mike James, man, he was killing them. He was killing teams. I'm sorry, no offense to. Let's keep going down. Next one down is Patrick Mills. Okay, Patrick Mills was signed for get out a guy from the Spurs. Great shooter. He has a proven career as a shooter. Mike James doesn't shoot as a high clip as Pat Mills. Okay, it's probably why it's probably nailed the nail in the coffin for Mr. Mike James. However, in my opinion, this is my opinion from creativity and the ability to bounce back, I think Mike James is the better option. Yes, you heard it here first. Better than Pat Mills. You heard it here first. I said it. I don't care. I'll say what I feel. All right. Mark Zagorski and Pat Mills were signed, and they let your boy Mike James go. They also got Javon Carter from the Phoenix Suns. This dude I like. Strong, defensive-minded point guard that can help out with Bruce Brown. They're kind of anchoring a new defensive stronghold for the Nets. That's a sleeper pickup. I appreciate Javon Carter. I like that pickup. If you got a lot of offense with Mike James, you add in a little bit Carter. I like that. Even if you add in Pat Mills, that could be your three-guard rotation, backing up Kyrie or James Harden. I thought that would have been good. However, they went another route. I would have traded the Zagorowski second-round pick. I would have let it go. Now, also, from an addition standpoint, they added on Cam Thomas, which is a big pickup from what we see in the Summer League. The boy's balling. He's putting up 30 points, right, from LSU. He looks like a big-time scorer. They lose Spencer Dinwiddie, right? He's gone. They didn't re-sign him. I think Spencer's another level than Cam Thomas because of his handling ability. However, he's coming off an ACL, a little bit of risk. This is a young bull. I'll take the young bull. Let's see what Cam Thomas can do for the Brooklyn Nets. Now, who else is there? DeAndre Bremry let go from Toronto. They decide, you know what? Let's pick up the boy. DeAndre Bremry was a pretty good scorer in Atlanta. I like this pickup. I think he can play both shooting guard and small forward. That's kind of how they have him listed. Bremry, a nice depth pick. I thought this was a nice pickup for them. I didn't mind this pick at all. Okay, pretty good seasons on Atlanta. Just fell asleep in Toronto because of Toronto. It's Toronto, right? I mean, they don't play people right. Now, as we continue on, Camilla Edwards was another draft pick for them. Another head scratcher. Okay, another head scratcher. Not sure what they were doing there. Not sure why they got him, all right? But you got Alize Jones, DeAndre Bremry, Harris there, Bruce Brown. Pretty loaded there. I still think you need a little bit more talent. However, it is what it is. You got what you got. They went with Mr. Camilla Edwards, young boy. So I don't know too much about him, so I don't want to talk too much about him. Let's see what he brings to the table, but that's the next edition, okay? Now, what did they lose there? I believe they picked up Mr. Hutchinson, all right? We're going to look at another slide real quick and check that out in a minute. But Hutchinson was got through draft picks. I'm still confused to why they didn't let Hutchinson run a little bit with this team. A big, long, athletic, small forward type. He had pretty good season with Washington. I'm not understanding this. He would have been a nice pickup to back up Joe Harris with some links, especially with Giannis. It's pretty retarded for them not to pick him up. You don't want to tire Kevin Durant Hutchinson should be here. I'm not sure if he's still not here, but from what I'm looking at on the depth charts, he's not here at all. Power forward. Jeff Green, I thought, was one of the most stupidest let-go moves in history. Okay? I'm not sure what the hell they were thinking. They let Jeff Green go to Denver. That team, again, is forming one of the most scariest front lines you'll see. All right? Denver is consistently picking up the big, long boys. I remember they lost Jeremy Grant. I wasn't too happy with that. I thought Jeremy Grant was an explosive player, explosive talent. He showed his thing with the Pistons. You know, I love Aaron Gordon, but defensively, you know, Mr. Jeremy Grant's on another level for me because of the length. But you let Jeff Green go here, strike, 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 strike. They did pick up James Johnson, okay? James Johnson does similar things, a little more handle than Jeff Green. I don't know if he has that oomph factor like Jeff Green does. So I love James Johnson. So I like that big body pickup. A guy that's about 6'8", 6'9", that can shoot from the outside, go inside. They're multifaceted. I love those talents. So he's there. He comes in. But why would you let Jeff Green go? No offense, Alizé. Shout outs to you for making this squad. I would have let Alizé, Johnson, Gray, all those guys go, man. I would have kept Jeff Green and Johnson no matter at all costs and got them going to the team. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't understand what they're doing here with the Nets. It's just weird to me. I'm assuming Jeff Green got a little bit more paper with the Denver Nuggets. Now we get into the center position. The draft pick here is De'Aaron Sharp. They haven't moved Mr. DeAndre Jordan yet. In my opinion, if I'm the Nets, I would not move him, okay? You need a defensive presence. I thought he could have helped with Giannis, even though a little bit too slow. I'm talking about if you just left him in the paint just to block shots, he would have been a pretty good addition, all right? Still balling. So this is the big thing with DeAndre Jordan, you know, coming up, trying to come up with this squad. You know, Jordan is a pretty athletic player. And I think this is where the issues come about when we look about this roster. And that's my ATV hookup. I'm still in Colombia, so we're about to do the ATV thing. But anyway, DeAndre Jordan to me is still a serviceable center in the right system. He's a little older. He is older. He can't run and jump like he used to as far as keeping up the lateral foot movement to be able to keep up with these bulls out here who's 6'10", 6'11", that can handle and move. He can't do it. He's at his age, it's too tough for him, okay? He didn't come up with that background. However, if you leave him in the paint, give him like a, you know, what's his name? Dwight Howard type of role. I don't see why you don't keep him on the squad as extra backup. You don't know about what's going to happen to Nick Claxton. And I don't know about De'Aaron Sharp, how fast he can impact. I love the kid from North Carolina, big body. I think they're solid at this position, all right? With that said, my anger is still there with Jeff Green and Mike James, and we're gonna step back a little bit even more. Let's look at this transaction thing and see what happened there. You know what I mean? Reggie Perry was let go. Okay, here's another young bull could score. They thought he would. He wasn't serviceable. Didn't do enough in a quick enough time to show something. They let him go. David Duke was signed, I believe, for summer. Let's see if he can make the squad. We talked about Brembry. Chandler Hutchinson was the guy I was talking about, right? He was acquired by the Spurs in exchange for the rights to Nikolai Molotov. All right. I'm not sure why. For some reason they had Chandler Hutchinson involved in this trade because of Dinwiddie and all that, as if he went to the Nets in another trade. And I'm just trying to understand if in any way possible he was handled by the Nets, they shouldn't let him go. I'm just throwing it out there. I understand the trade's not telling me that, but on the transaction desk it's telling me Chandler Hutchinson was involved somehow with the Nets and he could have been acquired. All right, that's where I'm going with that. All right, let me clarify. Shamet was let go. I didn't like the Shamet move. I thought Shamet is an extreme great scorer. However, they get a big defensive guard back in Javon Carter, okay? I think Shamet could be lights out at times, but they brought in Patrick Mills, so technically that's a one-for-one, even though I think Shamet has a little bit more upside. I think the Suns got better, no offense, at the guard position with Shamet, but we shall see. Carter's there. They get Sharp, so they're trying to fulfill it. Mills fulfills Shamet's role, and Javon Carter kind of comes in. I don't know, Mike James, I don't know what they want to call him. Just really stupid moves from me with the Nets. You know about Cam Johnson, Chris Chiozza, they let him go, right, because too many guards on the squad. Dinwiddie, They let him get traded, right? Jeff Green signed with the Wizards. Jeff Green, why? God help me. Blake Griffin re-signed. Mike James, I talked about him. Mike James. Tyler Johnson, pretty solid, but just hasn't been the Tyler Johnson that we saw from Miami. But he's been solid vet coming in the league and continue to get money. So I appreciate him. Cabarro, looks like he became a free agent. I didn't see him re-sign. He's a pretty good player. Not sure what they're doing here. We talked about Reggie Perry. Nets, offseason, not good. Okay, I give them a C. They need to get something moving. They're being stupid with their moves. I'm not sure what they're doing. Just because you got the three, top of the mountain guys doesn't mean you'll win a championship. I'm going to sign off here. You need some depth. I don't know if they got it. They got some pieces. They're not better. They're about even, maybe even lower than last year, in my opinion. We shall see. It's your boy Step Back. Yeah, I'm still angry with the Nets, my boys. I'm out of here. Peace.